Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today we are going to talk on new topic. The topic name is types of different larvae and different pupae. So student, it is very important topic because why? The last lecture we learned the metamorphosis topic and the same topic also related with this metamorphosis because why? This during the growing from the birth to maturity point of view, the development occur that egg, then larvae, and the pupa. So hence, so today that discuss on the larva and the pupa. This pupa is this larvae means what? This what may be the immature stages of exopterygate and endopterygote. Okay, but if we talk about this exopterygote insect that are known as the nymph, and if you talk about the endopterygote insect, that two wings are that arises from these internally the endopterygote insect, and these are known as a larvae. This larval stage is the active growing stage. Okay, so that starting this point also development that where the food requirement is more, that is the known as this larvae. Okay, so wait. So hence this it is immature stage in between the eggs and pupal stage. So this is called as larva, and this insect having the complete metamorphosis type. So there is the first stage is known as the larva. Okay, so later on this eggs, this larval is the first stage, and the insect this stage differ radically from the adult. If we compare with this adult and the larva, so these two stages required different food because the larva feeding on that leaves, even stem, even roots. Okay, and if you talk about this adult, that's required the food is different like flowers and others. Okay, so that's why. So hence we are discussing on these types of larva now. These types of larva, there are major three main types of insect larvae that are commonly called as protopod larvae, oligopod larvae, polypod larvae, apodous larvae. These are the major four types of the larva. Okay, and this larva is firstly that protopod larvae, oligopod larvae, and this oligopod larvae having other two types of larvae that commonly known as this campodiform and then scarabaeidiform. And in case of the polypod, there were caterpillar, semi-looper, here the R is missing, and then looper, apodous larva, there is the eucephalus type, hemicephalus type, and lastly, acephalus type. So whatever these larval types that have the different in different insect. So now we are discussing this first type is a protopod larvae, that these are the endopterygote insect. Like that endopterygote means these are the endoparasitic insect that's commonly in hymenopteran insect, that the wasp, isn't it? Even like a different parasitoid, which have the presence of this larva is protopod. This is very important, student. Always remember this hymenopteran parasitic insect have the protopod larvae. Never confuse. This is the protopod larvae picture, and it is why it is there is the larva emerged from the eggs, and which is still in that embryonic phase, and which is their presence of little yolk, and this having the some characteristics in between these eggs, that having the thin chorion, or we can also say no chorion, that absent or reduced. And during the hatching by this larva from eggs, that during the early stage of the embryo development. Okay, and somewhat this larval insect do not have the any segment like other larval. So here the segmentation is totally absent, okay, in their abdomen and other parts of this larva. Here also this thoracic legs are also the simple protuberance. Okay, that means the completely reduced. Nervous and respiratory system do not well develop like other. Okay, mouth parts also undergone inside this fully that fuse and absorb the host nutrient through their integument. So why? Because these insects are in parasitic. Obviously, the nourishment or that nutrient takes place from their the host insect, where that actually they lay the eggs by female, and this hatch, this known as the protopod larva. So this is the protopod larval types of this larva, and that the presence in this hymenopteran insect. Okay, so never confuse in between this all, because it's a somewhat different like other. Okay, now we are talking about this oligopod larvae. This oligopod larvae are character that basically have the two types, namely Campodiform. Here Campodiform, this one, and this is second one is the Scarabidiform. So why this Scarabidiform and Campodiform larvae? Let's look properly observe this. This is the pattern that predatory, and this is the pest that on this white grub, and this is the images of that ladybird beetle grub, and it's the beetle grub. And these are the two types of oligopod, Campodi and Scarabidiform. Okay, so this Campodiform larvae means what? These are the characterized by the presence of well-developed thoracic eggs, okay, even head capsule, and without any abdominal legs. That is called as a oligopod. Oligo means few number of legs. Pod means legs. Poda means legs. Few number of legs. Here, if we observe on this Campodiform, so here the only thoracic legs are present. And if you see in here, and in case of the abdomen, there is the absent. Okay, so here also these three pair. So that is all regarding this oligopod. So if we difference, if you see in these two Campodiform and Scarabidiform larvae, so there is the lot of different in between. These are also called from their resemblance to the dipluran insect in case of this Campodiform, and even also the body is long and fusiform of this Campodiform. Okay, even the body is dorso-ventrally compressed. This body dorso-ventrally compressed, and with that sclerotized cuticle, that's hard body structure of this Campodiform. Even also the prognathous type of hairs. Here we can see this head look like that easily capture this aphid here that I'm that marking. Why? Because this prognathous type of head and the long thoracic legs, here the legs we can see longs, that presence of thoracic legs. Okay, these are the very active because it is the presence in case of this predatory insect, and these are the predatory nature. Mostly example of Neuroptera, even Trichoptera. Okay, even also the Coleopteran insect that have with the Campodiform larvae. In case of the Scarabidiform, if you see this larvae is totally C-shaped, look like C-shaped larvae. That's called is known as a Scarabidiform, and the body is cylindrical, not compressed dorsoventrally like that Campodiform. It is totally C-shaped and cylindrical, isn't it? And these larvae are the sluggish in nature, and which are these are the have the compound eyes and antennae. Okay, even that not antennae, but these are the presence of that known as like cylindrical and subcylindrical. And this example of this mouth parts are the hypognathous head position. Mouth parts are this comes under in this hypognathus, that is gnatha, and which is the short thoracic legs. Okay, even the pair of terminal abdominal processes like sarsia like that not present, and it is very inactive in stage, which are very sluggish in nature of this, and which is are the phytophagous in nature of this oligopod larvae. Okay, now next one, the polypod larvae. Polypod means having the different many legs that presents. The larva possesses well-defined segmentation of the body, even also the three pairs of thoracic legs, and 2 to 5 pairs of abdominal legs. Here you can see on this picture 2 to 3 thoracic legs and 5, that means the 2 to 5 abdominal legs that are present, and this abdominal legs on presence of three, third, fourth, fifth and sixth and 10th abdominal legs that present, and they are the phytophagous in nature, that are mostly in the hairy caterpillar, even also the semi-looper, even a looper. Okay, this is all the polypod larvae. This is the looper, and this is the picture. Third picture is a semi-looper. This is overall this is known as a polypod larva that comes under in Lepidoptera insect that have the different insect that have the phytophagus and that having the feeding on the plant and other plants material. Okay, so that is known as this polypod. Okay, so next one, this apodous type of larvae. This apodous type of larvae, these are the characterized by the absence of trunk, even the appendages or legs. That is called as apodous, means no legs bearing, and they possesses three pairs of sensory papillae. That presence of the papillae, it's one appendages that having the some organ that present on that larvae. That's and which is function is a sensory function. Okay, and they are usually derived from this oligopod larvae also. And based on this degree of development, if we seen in this apodous larva, the head capsule and its appendages are divided. And basically, on the basis of this larva, are three types that is called as a eucephalus. This first one, okay, this is the first one, eucephalus. Sorry, this eucephalus, then hemicephalus, and lastly acephalus. These are the three basic types of this Opodous larva. And this eucephalus larva, they are the larva consist of the well sclerotized head. Here we can see well sclerotized head. Okay, that known as this example of mosquito. And in case of the hemicephalus, brachypterous insect like dipteran insect that on this robber fly insect here, the larva possesses partially developed head capsule. Here, head capsule is partially developed, not fully well developed like eucephalus. Okay, not sclerotized also. In case of this hemicephalus, and sorry, lastly acephalus, this is the dipteran insect also. Example in case of this this type of the larva presents in case of the house fly. Okay, eucephalus mosquito, hemicephalus robber fly, and acephalus, it is present on the house fly. This is the larva are characterized by the absence of head capsule and even also the mouth parts. That is called as acephalus. So these are the three major, but which is represented like the hooks, which is represented as a looks that presence in case of the acephalus. So these are the major types of larvae that generally present in a different insect that having the different modification of this insect. Okay, so now the next one, that is types of pupa. This pupa are based on the mandible's presence or absence, mostly on the decticus and adecticus pupa. Okay, and this decticus and adecticus, even also the based on the attachment on the appendages or shape. This also this pupa are present. So these are the optic, exarate, corrected, and chrysalis. These are the major types of this pupa. Decticus pupa means what? This possesses a relatively powerful mandible, that is decticus, and which are used for the escaping of the adult from the cocoon known as a decticus. Generally break the cocoon. Example in case of this neuropteran insect like green lacewing. And adecticus means do not possesses powerful mandibles or decticus, and which but with help of the other appendages like different they can use, and the adults easily that to come out or escape from the cocoon. Example in case of the lepidopteran insect, dipteran insect, that of the pupa. Okay, that known as a adecticus pupa. So based on this attachment on the appendages or its shape, the pupa are the optic, exarate, corrected, and chrysalis. These are the another four types of pupa that related to the attachment of appendages, or we can say the different shape. So first, here we can see easily that the optic type of pupa. This optic type pupa are generally present in the moth, even some like a butterfly. Okay, that mostly in the lepidopteran insect. This is the uptake. So this pupae have appendages. Pupae have appendages, means beings or other like, okay, which are firmly pressed against the body. We can see here all appendages are pressed inside, or we can attach to the pupa. Okay, and the pupa is highly chitinized. Chitinized there present, that is highly chitinized. That is called as the uptake. Now the next one, the corrected pupa, that we can say corrected here. Here, this is the corrected pupa. The pupa have appendages which are firmly, sorry, that enclosed in a puparium, like capsule-like puparium formed by the last larval insect. This is capsule-like puparium, which is formed by the last larval skin and the pupa, and look like a capsule, or we can say here the another word, barrel shape. That is called as the corrected barrel shaped pupa that formed by this of house fly insect. Okay, generally present. Then last fourth one, that is a chrysalis pupa. This chrysalis pupa, and it is an object type of pupa, and which is golden coloration and having the stalk here. That stalk here present. Okay, an example is a butterflies. And next one, the second one important is the exarate pupa. This pupa have appendages and which are free without any secondary attachment. Here we can easily see this all antenna, okay, legs and the other appendages freely not attached to the pupa. So that is known as a exarate. But in case of the uptake and chrysalis and corrected, this have the attachment and they can firmly enclose inside like that. So these are all types of the pupa. So student, this is the total our today's topic, that which will ask in your examination, and which is important for the like a metamorphosis topic. Okay, thank you.